Valve released the final issue of the Team Fortress 2 comic, and if you really take a deep look at it, it will tell you a message about letting go, approach new challenges, and about things that can't last forever. If you like the comic or not is up to you. Still, I will tell you the cracks and messages this last issue wants us to tell, because they are placed really smart. It will come to massive spoilers, so please read it first before you watch this. I will show you some hidden lines or messages stated in the comic. Of course, all of those core statements are coming from my perspective of reading the comic myself, but still, I want to share it with you. If you read or felt other messages in this comic, please let me know. I would love to hear your fears about it. Without further ado, let's break down my first message. On the pages after the administrator witnesses the first death of Zephaniah Man, we see her living a happy, if you could say, normal life. As time flies, she starts to decay more and more, up until an attempted suicide before Greyman reanimates her. As Greyman shows the Australian and says,
"But to those of us with the will of continue living, it's priceless."
So, if you take it in a really meta way, you could say that the administrator represented the state of the game and Greyman the developer / community workers. Also, the Australium as quote unquote updates. It's like a reach into the past where we can experience the heyday of the game, right? A little later, where Miss Pauling wants to give the Australian to the administrator, she sees and realizes the cruelty and sadness of the life support machine where Zephaniah Man is attached to, and decided to hide the Australian from her, stopping the circle once and for all. As before mentioned, you could see it like that the Australian were the updates for the game, and before starting to pump it up again and start breathing life into it, like a walking corpse, hell, like Zephaniah Man on the machine, they concluded it and said to themselves that it would be better for everyone and her to let it be. After Miss Pauling has the decision to do whatever she wants with the Australian and have a little thoughtful chat with the engineer, and the line, "If you keep it, I ain't gonna help you. And you ought to know that you won't never be free of it." And I mean, maybe really never. It's worth telling to the players or community that she can totally come up with new stuff and do whatever she wants with it, but Valve is done with it and won't help out anymore. If she works on it again, that they will fall into the same hole as the administrator sooner or later. Well, with this wave over context in mind, Miss Pauling thought about her choices in life that led up to this moment. But she came to a conclusion to take engineers' advice, break the circle, and finally move on with her life. Meanwhile, the story where Sexton Hale gets a flashback of his time fighting an Aztec monster should be a reminder of the fun time we all had in the game. While Olivia is still there, employed or co-running this company, she is sick of everything and wants to try out new things, implying that old long TF2 fans are getting bored with the game but are stuck to it instead of trying new things. Of course, not long after, she can finally fulfill that dream. Sexton Hale comes to the same conclusion, but he knows his fun he had back in the days is still there and waiting for him. When Spy is knocking on Scout's door, he realizes a drastic change Scout made on his life. The Spy doesn't even call him Scout anymore. Even Spy pays farewell to his mask to show his inner development. Everybody comes together to literally live happily ever after. The team is now completely changed. They aren't mercenaries anymore. The final person who was coming to the Christmas party were us, the players, the community. We all celebrate the long way it took to get to this point, and Valve tells us a final thank you and goodbye. The last 2 pages of the comic show Sexton Hale and Margaret fight cheaters. They are both in a messy situation and become older than ever with the timeline mentioning now. Also an Easter egg to Sexton Hale's first comic. You could imply again that these cheaters represent the bots / cheaters that are still infesting TF2. I mean, that's why they're called cheaters, right?
Right? Zombine, get it?
Will you shut the hell up? Get the hell off!
While Hale and Maggie are still standing and fighting, they look like they're representing the current players that still play their beloved game and accepting that they, guess what, can't keep doing this forever. Bittersweet, doesn't it? Well, I probably missed tons and tons of many other secrets and other messages, but even I should end this video here. I mean, sure, there are of course questions that we still want answers for, like what's under Pyro's mask, what was the motivation behind the administrator, what happened to Sniper's real mother who is still in space, and many more, plenty of. But do you think those questions still matter if everybody has moved on? I love Team Fortress 2, and the message at the end really reflected the way I've been going through all this time since this channel was made. So, to sum this all up to one final sentence, the 7th comic of Team Fortress 2 is a message about letting go. You shouldn't want things to last forever. Try stuff out! You can look at the past and see the good times, but you must know when it's over. Thanks for watching the video.